Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. Over the last 4 years, I've taken a lot of damage.
This is an eye lock. Okay.
Okay. And most of it has been through trying new martial arts. I'm gonna try a new one, but gosh, I need a break. I need a break. So, I'd like to dive deep into the most body conserving of all the martial arts, Tai Chi. Heck, all I even really know about it is that you breathe and you're in a park. You move your hands, but that's kind of all I know about Tai Chi. So this should be nice. This is what we in the business call a foreshadowing face. I was wrong.
I'm gonna hit these hips, right? I'm gonna don't forget to breathe. Hey.
Apparently I didn't sign up for a Tai Chi class where I breathe a bunch. I mean, I'm gonna have to. I actually signed up for Tai Chi push hands, which is not in a park. It might not even have other people.
Hello?
Toisa, or in Mandarin, Tuisho. It comes in many forms. So what it is it starts out with a sensing drills, developing tinging, listening.
Okay.
I'm not supposed to be trying to wreck you, you're not supposed to be trying to wreck me, anything like that. Right. We're just trying to get a feel for each other.
Which is rich, coming from a guy whose arms look like this, but I'll give it a shot.
I'm gonna push forward, my partner is gonna circle out and back, and then I'm gonna sit, my toe come up, rotate back, and I go forward.
This very slow drill is supposed to develop some sort of hypersensitivity to your and your opponent's movement. And I have a feeling that while we're doing it really slow right now, it's only gonna get faster.
All you're trying to do is feed your training partner energy so that they can read it, developing tinging. You're trying to find his feet through his arm and this wrist connection.
Okay.
So you're trying to notice where that center is. When somebody's coming at you, you can feel that center coming at you. You know how to get out of the way of it and get going.
Kind of like Toph, like how she sees everything with her feet and it's like got all the woo woo woos going around. Except it's not with her feet, it's with her hands. I don't think it's like that at all. But speaking of nations long ago though, one of my favorite parts about doing videos with Sifu Chris is hearing about his instructors and his instructors' instructors and his instructors' instructors' instructors. Like, he comes from a long line of Tai Chi practitioners that go back to the original creators of Tai Chi in the Chen village.
You know, with Tai Chi, Chen village, that's the motherland or fatherland of Tai Chi, somewhere around 1600s, I don't know, 1650s. And then from Chen style Tai Chi, Yang Luchan from the Yang family, which Guo Linying is my grandmaster from the system, and he was original Yang. Guo practiced with Wang Zhiyu, and Wang Zhiyu was with Yang Banho. But Yang Banho was a very well-known boxer. And then my Sifu, David Chen, learned from Sifu Guo. And
interesting. So what's that? 4 people?
5.
5.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yang Luchan, Banho, Zhou, Guo Linying, and then Sifu.
Wow.
And in those 5 people, now 6 people, there has been a little less than 400 years of Tai Chi, which doesn't feel too different from the amount of time we've spent on this warm-up.
Just about 10 more minutes on this side.
I've never sweat for moving so slowly.
You're trying to fade out just beneath the pressure that's coming into you. So if there's no frictional relationship between you and the training partner, they can't push you, you can't push them.
So much detail in such a small series of movements.
Particular. Okay, very good, good. Let's switch sides.
Push hands.
This next one is just a sensing drill. You're gonna start out this kind of lineup, okay? And then we're just gonna start moving with each other. So wherever he wants to push or I want to push, we're just kind of rolling and reading. And we're trying to look for spaces and spots where we might be able to get into things, but I'm not trying to compete with him. I'm still trying to stay soft and just trying to play into it. What you don't want to do is lose contact, because when you lose contact, you have no information about that arm.
What's easy to see, this is clearly traditional Chinese martial arts. But what's starting to become more and more evident as I go on is this is not just Tai Chi that I'm doing here. At least I don't think it is. These movements and tools that they're practicing, they apply to every single combat sport. Wrestling, easy. Pushing and pulling, redirecting arms, off-balancing opponents, keeping good posture, but with a little twist that I've never really worked on before. Being lenient to your opponent's move. I mean, shoot, when people talk about the GOAT of sumo, Hakuho, they talk about aspects that almost directly relate to the skills you would gain doing this practice.
でも相撲はいやもっとやっぱ当たりたいんですけど当たりを吸収されてしまうんでうまく僕が 100% で当たっても僕の力をうまく白鵬さんは結構逃がしてくるんでやっぱこんにゃくみたいな感じなんですよね体が柔らかくて本当に。
And interestingly enough, it's become its own sport with two different variations. A sport where you keep your feet completely still and try and off-balance your opponent, making them take a step. And then also a sport where you must stay inside of a ring, you're allowed to move your feet, but you're using these same concepts of off-balancing your opponent. Now, look, here's the thing. I might not have known what I was getting into today, but this looks pretty dang similar to sumo to me. And as far as I'm concerned, I've come in second in nationals in sumo last year, and I think I've only gotten better since then. So I don't know, maybe this video won't be so hard after all.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He wasn't kidding. I did shoulders yesterday.
1, 2, 3.
Puzzles.
What you have to do is you have to get the person off their pillars. You're gonna start in the middle. This is our middle ground. So left hand back to back, right hand on the elbow. You do not have to stay with this connection just as you were just working now. You are allowed to touch the legs, the body, the shoulders, the head. You can move anywhere with this. We're not striking, we're pushing. Toys out. Okay, ready, go. Okay, all right, hold up. When you're in this nice middle ground, you don't want to have to, so go, right? I don't want to have to just like be searching around and stuff. I'm already there. Why wouldn't I just be there, right? I don't have to make a ton of circles and play a bunch of defense and stuff. If I can already find you, sure. You just find the person. So that doesn't mean to say this, you know, like that. It's not about doing that, right? Sure. It's about I go, right? I just find this place as quickly as I can, as opposed to looking for something that's outside that box.
That's a little too easy.
So you simplify your goal a little bit. If somebody's doing a good job correctly, like in that one, I went for your elbow. What Seth would have done is he would have turned that side out and then given me this side maybe. But the fact of the matter is he would have given into that and rolled out of it and been there again. And as we develop, that's what's going to happen more and more.
Yeah. I'm definitely not as fluid with my hands as I thought I was. Having to keep your hands connected and play offense and play defense and push them off, but keep your feet in the same place. Like, I'm kind of making it happen, but I'm gonna blame my tingjing, to be honest. Probably not how it's supposed to look.
One of the things that you don't want to be doing
exactly
too much of is getting into the fact that I'm here doing myself. It's not that you can't keep your balance and that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still waiting for the park. It is only getting darker outside. Am I gonna have to use my tough senses? It's very possible at this point. I think I got hit with like a bait and switch, but not by anybody here, but by society. What is Tai Chi?
All right, stop right there, rotate.
My thought process was, oh, Tai Chi, like where you're breathing in the park.
Right.
That is also directly tied with combat Tai Chi? Is it like two separate things?
So yes and no, right? So I teach a Tai Chi class where it's a majority of folks looking for health practices.
Right.
So that's Tai Chi and Tai Chi Quan. Quan is the fist.
Oh.
It is, to me, it's a link. It's a training tool so that you understand that there's a middle ground in between punching somebody and kicking them and taking them down. There's this middle ground of control. The sut na fa da, right? Sut is throwing. Na, your submissions. Your arm bars, seize and lock. Fa is issuing or explosive energy. Okay. So getting a hold of somebody and just launching them. And then da is a hit. Sanda, free hit. Sanda. Okay. So these are base principles that are in the Tai Chi, right, that you explore as you box. What I want you guys to do is show Seth first what the toisao, the moving push hands, is in the square. Simple goal, just like the ring, get them out of the ring. Okay. That's all it is.
Sick.
If you step 1 foot out, one heel out, one anything out, your toe goes out, your intention goes out, you're out.
Okay, you think about going out.
Yep.
You're out of here.
You are allowed So remember, if somebody starts getting deep on the underhooks and around the waist and stuff, you want to do something about it. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Hey. Yeah, that's a good move.
So do we start from here still?
No, we slap and dap and just go. Slap, dap, go. Yep. Yep, out. I'm already out. Yep, good. Yep, somebody gets under your chest. You got to know to work off them. Yes. Breathe, breathe, breathe. So we'll work through the nice.
It's happened before.
Yep. Nice. That's it. Hands down, hands down. Yeah, good control. Good control. Yeah. Good control. Nice turn, nice turn. Out.
Good job.
Good turn.
I'm tired.
So as we're playing and stuff, I don't always want to be getting here unless I'm trying to change into headbutt, right? And big falls. Why would I want to do that? Because I'm taking these away. I don't want to take those away. So I play in here, right?
Yeah.
Doing stuff like that instead. I can always go back to easy striking if I have my hands free. If I'm always grabbing and locking up,
yeah.
I don't have that. Let's go. Okay, yeah. So if I commit to both those hands being grabs, he tried to get under me, right? And I don't want that. But I couldn't quite get rid of him. So I changed my idea. I'm just gonna lock him up instead.
Can you show what you did with the other hand too?
Yeah.
Yeah, you sure did.
Just brace and get that.
It seems like a lot of quote unquote kung fu training is literally just being patient.
Yeah, for sure. There used to be these things called telephone books, and they were about that big. All right, and
What they have in them.
So the thin sheets.
Okay.
That's your development. So Kaizen. Kaizen is the Japanese term for developing a little bit every day. Okay. So that's the Japanese word for it. There's the Chinese, the same idea, right? So you thin sheet every single day, and that's what you're doing. If you're developing like that, all of a sudden you got a fake telephone book, throw that at somebody is, bad news, right?
Yeah.
And you teach people, just like, I don't know, in anything, if you want somebody to have something quickly, you give them basics.
Yeah.
Do this, okay, you have something.
And this is something that traditional martial arts emphasize much more than anything else in the space. By repeatedly doing those small, slow, incremental movements, you're essentially tightening the lug nuts on a car. If you just kind of haphazardly threw everything together and started driving down the road at 80 miles an hour, you'd probably get 30 feet before your car looked like it was torn apart from the inside by the Tasmanian devil. It's also probably why maybe I'm doing okay here, but it doesn't look like push hands. I'm not really doing the same things as everybody else is doing. And honestly, push hands would be really good for me, because I feel like I exposed the weakness in myself today, in my balance and movement. Which doesn't feel great, but hopefully that's another piece of paper that I stack in my telephone book. Whatever those are. Nice.
Look at the spin.
That was a good spin.
So, push hands is not Tai Chi. So we did not do Tai Chi.
We did.
Okay.
We did. It's an element of Tai Chi. We didn't do, you did Tai Chi for the first time in your life.
Oh. Okay, so I did do Tai Chi.
You just started right in the middle of it.
Okay.